Good morning, friends. And, well, the Supreme Court strikes again in a 6-3 decision. I think we have to start at the end. The next Democratic nominee for president has to start with court reform. She or he has to promise to expand the court to the actual 13 justices it should have. Considering that this current Supreme Court is a bought and paid arm of the current day Republican Party, like 6 justices on this court are literally not in service to the law, but to an unqualified, corrupt lunatic in the White House and his merry band of crazy people around him. Otherwise, what good is it to have the White House, the bicameral House, and then have a Supreme Court that is going to do nothing but legislate from the bench or rewrite laws from the bench? Like, otherwise, what good is that? With the court's ruling on TPS, striking that down for 350 Haitians and 6,000 Syrians, and the court's decision on migration and asylum, not to mention that there are other decisions to come, like the birthright citizenship case. Now that's scary. It's clear that this court is now an arm of the Republican Party. That's just very clear. Save and God bless the 3 on the left actually interpreting laws for the people. And are you aware that they've already ended TPS for 1 million persons in this country? 650,000 Venezuelans, 50,000 from Honduras. Decisions are still on the table about 200,000 Salvadorians and 100,000 Ukrainians. I mean, with allies like this, who needs enemies, right? Ukraine. The way it is set up is there are 13 federal courts. So why don't we have 13 Supreme Court justices? I mean, that would mean there would be representation across the entire judicial system, with 1 justice overseeing 1 federal court apiece, or 1 federal district apiece. I stand with Ellie Mistal, who's been saying this for years. We need 13 justices. Yeah. Along with my father, who said that too. Now that they've ended TPS for Haitians and Syrians, do we really think they're planning to ship hundreds of thousands of Haitians and Syrians out of the country? No. Why do you think they are building all of these concentration camps? It's for detention and deportation. They're going to start with the migrants and then get to everyone else who does not fit the new modernized version of whiteness. This is what Trump and Stephen Miller were talking about when they introduced the Office of Remigration. That's what that's been all about. They either want to ship people out of this country to countries they are not from or imprison them. Pay attention. Like, message. And let's be clear. They have not even ruled on the birthright citizenship case, which is the 14th Amendment that gave Black folks citizenship. So y'all know they really want to take that away. So you now see how when Black people get rights, everyone gets rights. When Black folks lose them, everyone suffers. They are working to destroy the Civil Rights Acts in this country because it is not only about race, but class as well. They want to recreate the planter class, which is the wealthy white 1% class, poor white people who are subservient to that class, and then Black folks and everyone else at the bottom. That's really the play here. This is what was in Project 2025, and very few people decided it was important enough to read, pay attention to, and take seriously. It was right there for all of us. But they also knew that if you put that kind of information in a 900-page document, people were not going to read it. We can even see that this court doesn't really even care about white people. Not poor white people. Well, the poor white people, that is, as it dealt a blow to the Maha movement in the Monsanto and the Bear case. the weed killer case. So really, this country is on a slippery slope into authoritarianism. I always have to slow down to say that word. And government led by white, wealthy, well-to-do men and no one else. I think we'd better decide to take this a little more seriously. Like, I really think we better decide to really pay attention to what's happening in this country. Y'all need a general strike. But hey, who am I? What I can say is we better take this more seriously, especially those who believe in freedom. Because those who believe in freedom, we cannot stop until we see it. Have a good day.